Greetings, beautiful earthlings. Greetings and welcome back to Tarot Time. I am Kimber Heels, and we are approaching your November full moon. Full moon in Taurus coming up tomorrow. So I decided to come on and shuffle up and deal for the Conscious Collective in an intuitive 3-card read for you guys. We're going to be using your intuition to choose which card is going to bring through your message. So for those of you who are called to the Rose Quartz Heart, you will be card number 1. For those of you who are called to this Smoky Quartz Tower, you'll be card number 2. And for those of you who are called to the Tiger Eye, you'll be card number 3. We have our cards. Card number 1 being the color orange, connection and attunement. This is going to be a message for the sacral chakra. Card number 2 being Tree of Life, 32, travel on. So this is going to be a forward movement message. And then card number 3, family, circles of life. This is going to be a card of your ancestors and generational messages. So let's get right into this. For those of you who chose card number 1. And by the way, we're going from Amanda Ellis's Metatron Oracle deck. I've been really called to all of her work all this week. So we'll be channeling Metatron as well as the wisdom of Amanda Ellis. Hello, Amanda. If you ever should watch any of my videos, that would be amazing. So for those of you who chose card number 1, you've chosen the color orange. You're being called to nurture your sensuality. So a big message that I'm getting for you is to pay attention to the way that you look at specifically food, the taste, the smell, the textures, etc. So you're being called to, first of all, raise the vibration and the energy of the food that you eat by blessing it and by giving specific gratitude before meals, as well as being really mindful about the things that you eat. I'm also getting the message of surrounding yourself with the color orange. This is going to help you tap into your sensual side, as well as the smells of the season is what I'm hearing. So we're getting a lot of like fall smells, your pumpkins, your cinnamon, the nutmeg scents. So for those of you who chose card number 1, surround yourself with the scents of the season, the color orange, and mindfulness specifically with regard to the food that you eat. Now, for those of you who chose card number 2, Smoky Quartz Tower, you've chosen the Tree of Life. The message is travel on. So the message for those of you who chose card number 2 looks like the golden snitch down at the bottom. So as above, so below. I've got something coming in right now for this card. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting for those of you who've chosen card number 2, I had to travel up into the annexes of my channeling. So I'm actually getting messages of forward movement with regard especially to you physically. So I mentioned it looks like the golden snitch at the top and the bottom of this card. The message that I'm getting for those of you who chose card number 2 is that you're meant to be moving forward and don't think about, for some of you guys, this is actually like there's air travel involved in this, whether it's like you're going to be going on an airplane or going somewhere really far. That's like an airplane travel distance. But I'm also getting that there's resistance in moving forward for some of the for some of those of you who chose card number 2. Boston wants to say hello. The message that I'm getting, and especially with regard to what's coming through on the card right here, is that you're supported where you're at and you're supported where you're going. So you're kind of holding on to your place in life because it's not that bad and you're afraid of losing what you've got going right now. But the message that's coming through for card number two is that you're being helped. So for those of you who it's not resonating, and take it as it resonates, for those of you who it's not resonating about like forward movement or actual physical travel, the message that's coming through is that you have help. You've always had help. So the as above, so below is basically like no matter where you're going, you're going to have the help of whoever it is that brought you to this read today. So whatever it is within you that believes in divination or believes that you have angels or spirit guides with you, remember that they're always going to be with you and they are always going to have your best intentions at mind. They're always going to be waiting for you to ask for the help to become your greatest version of yourself. So, as above, so below, you are meant to climb the tree of life. That's what your guides are here for, to help you become your greatest version. So allow that to happen by soaring and moving forward. For those of you who chose card number two, I have to shoo my cats away from each other because one's getting very excited. And for those of you who chose card number three, you've chosen family circles of life. So for some of you who've chosen this card, what I'm getting is that you're going through a difficult time with somebody who you once had a really close bond with, and you're struggling with that. So the message that I'm feeling coming through is the biggest message is that we are meant to manage our expectations for people throughout our lifespan and to accept that they're going to change. And a lot of times, your relationships with people in your life are going to come and go, but that's just like the seasons of the weather. They're always going to come back around. So if you are seeing a current situation, and it doesn't necessarily mean like your blood flame blood family. This could also have to do with your spirit family or your church family or your work family. Take it as it resonates. But it's like what I'm getting right now. It's kind of like a four of cups type of message is that like, don't cry over spilled milk right now because you're always going to have a chance to, whether it's like make amends with somebody who you feel like, you've closed off a relationship to. You're being called right now to just accept that you're meant to focus on being your greatest version right now, and that whatever relationships you're currently nurturing right now are for the greatest benefit of your growth, and you're meant to be nurturing those relationships right now. And don't feel pulled to, re-enter into a relationship that doesn't feel right or that doesn't resonate with you, or don't feel like guilt tripped is what I'm hearing into forgiving somebody, for example. Well, you should always forgive people within your own heart, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you allow them back into your energy zone. So just to be like really mindful right now that there might be some individuals within your energy field that are not necessarily bringing levity to your situation. And it's okay to kind of move away from that situation because the cycles will come around. They're going to go through what they need to go through right now, but you can't allow your vibration to be brought down because of familial ties or work ties. It's our greatest duty to live and serve as our greatest versions, or do our best version of that day to day. And if there's anything that's keeping us from that, it's something that we have to be really discerning about. So that's the message that I have for those of you who chose card number three. And for all of you beautiful earthlings who are here today for tarot time, I thank you for stopping by. I am Kimber Heels. I hope that you all have a blessed full moon. It's going to be a beautiful full moon in Taurus, blood moon eclipse. I highly recommend that you guys set out your crystals to charge, set your intentions for harvest of all of the things that you want to bring into your life. And I hope you have the most wonderful full moon. Blessed be.